So coming to PDS means partition dataset. So in PDS we can write number of programs. So in single PDS I can write number of programs. So based on the directory block, how many programs I want to write. Based on this directory block, there is a formula 6n minus 1. N means number of directory block. So in money.pds, I am providing my directory block is 10. So 6 into 10, 60 minus 1, 59. So I can write 59 programs if my directory block is 10 in money.pds. So if my directory block is 5, 6 into 5, 6 5 is 30 minus 1, 29. So I can write 29 programs in the money.pds if my directory block is 5. Okay.
Yes, Mani.
So for PDS, the directory block should be non-zero, but in PS, the directory block would be 0. So here, programs we can also call it as source codes also. So the next dataset is library. So collection of load modules is called library. Okay. So
Yes.
what?
No money. Simply office.
Collection of load modules, we call it as library, but the load module is nothing but a machine level language of the COBOL program. Okay.
Yes, Mani.
So we are writing simple English language. Okay. We are writing the COBOL program in simple English language. But this language can't understand for the system. So uh, system will transfer your code into machine level language. Okay, for the system understandable purpose, the system will transfer your code into the machine level language. Okay, at the time of compilation only. Okay,
Yes, Mani.
so by using utilities, HAWL utility, this so your source code will be generated into machine level language. Okay. So that we can call it as load module. So collection of load modules, we call it as library. Okay, here in library also the directory block should be non-zero. Only for PS 0, PDS and library should be non-zero. Okay,
Yes.
so this is my PDS. I'm compiling my programs. So my programs are converted into machine level language. So this machine level language also known as load module. Okay.
Yes.
The another name of machine level language is load module.
Yes.
So library consists of what? Load modules. Okay.
Yes.
To store the machine level language into machine level language of the COBOL program, we are using this libraries. So library is nothing but a collection of load modules. Load module is a machine level language. So for libraries, the direct block should be non-zero. By using library and its load module, we can execute the COBOL programs. Okay. So in
Yes.
at the time of execution, we need to provide the inputs. Okay. So
Yes, Mani.
this library and after compilation, we will get the load module. Okay. After compilation, our code will be generated into machine level language. It is stored in that is load module. So these two are the input for the execution of the COBOL program. Okay.
Yes, Mani.
So library record format is U. Okay. The code
Yes.
format means it is one of the parameter in the dataset creation. So in
Okay, we will denote
what?
like U means what? Like
Undefined or unblock. Undefined or unblock.
okay, okay.
Hmm. So naming convention. So while creating the dataset, we need to name for our dataset, right?
Yes.
So that dataset we can name in this format. So our dataset maximum
44.
44 characters, the total length. Okay. So
Yes.
maximum 5 qualifiers means money one qualifier, PDF one qualified, test one qualifier. Okay. Like that we can give up to maximum 5 qualifiers. Okay. And
Yes.
we have 4 dot operators. Okay. Maximum 4 dots, and each qualifier can contain 8 characters. Okay.
Yes.
Each qualifier how many characters contain 8 characters. Okay. So
Yes.
5 8s are 40, right? 5 8s are
40.
40 plus 4 dots. Total
44.
44. Sufficient.
Yes. Yes.
So
Thanks.
here I display some numbers 1 to 8 with the dot operator. Okay. My second qualifier 16 dot operator, second dot. Uh, third qualifier dot, third dot. Fourth qualifier, fourth dot. Fifth qualifier,
Total.
8 characters. Total
Yeah.
ledger 40 and 4 dots. Total 44 characters length. Sufficient.
Yes, Mani.
So like that we can write our naming convention for our dataset creations. Okay.
Yes, Mani.
So what is PS means? Collection of data. You can call it as PS. Okay.
Platform.
Collection of data. Call it as PS. So collection of members or programs or source codes. You can call it as
SPDS.
PDS. So coming to library, collection of load modules, we call it as library. So here load module means mission level language of the COBOL programs. Okay.
Yes, Mani.
So if you want to create a non-WSM dataset, means non-WSM datasets are what? PS, PDS and library.
Library.
So if you want to create that non-WSM dataset, so there are few parameters. So we have volume, space units, primary quantity, secondary quantity, directory block, record format, record length, block size, dataset name. So these are the parameters you need to give. Okay. So in
Okay.
volume, we will give the serial number. Okay. What is the serial number we are using? That serial number will be written in the volume. So it is used to store the data sets. In serial number, it is used to store the data sets. So in space units, we have different types of space units: tracks, cylinders, KB, kilobytes, megabytes, bytes,
By
record,
record block.
blocks. So these are all space units. For the practice session, we are using tracks. Okay. Tracks means small amount of memory. Like if you compare with mobile, you can see 16 GB. Okay, 16 GB is the uh,
RAM.
yes, RAM lowest memory, right? Like
Yes, yes.
the tracks memory. So in real time, we will use cylinders. Okay. In real time, we'll use cylinders. Why? Because we have to process the customer data, and that the data is very high amount of data, means number of records. So we can process number of data in the cylinders. Okay. If you compare, you can see like 256 GB maximum. Okay, like
Yeah.
comparison. 256 is the large size, right? In phone memory, and 16 GB is the less memory, like that. Okay, for our practice session, we are using tracks. In real time, we will use cylinders. Okay, so one track is equal to 192 kilobytes or 46 or 58 kilobytes. Okay, single cylinder is equal to 15 tracks. Okay,
Yeah.
so here what
One
we have,
cylinder is equal to 15 tracks.
yes. So coming to units, you can see primary quantity plus 15 means here this cylinder, sorry, tracks into secondary quantity. Okay, you can see units formula primary quantity plus 15 into secondary quantity. Okay, here primary quantity, secondary quantity means primary memory and secondary memory.
Secondary memory.
So, so in mobiles we can see two types of memories. One is internal memory and another one is external memory. Okay.
Yes.
So here internal memory means primary memory. Okay. Uh, Second external memory is secondary memory. Okay.
Yeah.
So if your internal memory is completed, so directly we can use external memory. External memory means in the sense hard disk or any SD card.
Yes.
So that is the external memory. In the same way, we have to give values for the primary and secondary memories. So directory block for PS is should be 0. So for PDS and library, the directory block is
0.
non-zero.
Oh, non-zero. Sorry, non-zero. For PS only, it should be 0.
Should be 0. PDS and library non-zero. So the record format for PS is FP fixed block or variable block VB. So PDS should be FB fixed block.
Fixed block.
Library should be U undefined or unblocked. So record format is number of characters you want to store in the array. So the record format is we already see about the coding sheet, right?
Yes, yes.
In coding sheet, how many columns are there?
I think 80.
Yes, 80 columns. So you want to access all the 80 columns, right?
Yes.
So if you want to access all the columns, you need to give record length is 80. So for PDS and library, it should be 80. Why? Because means I want to access all the columns 1 to 80. So that's why I am giving 80 columns. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
if you YPS varying means we'll see this varying concept in future. So in PS, if you provide, so in PS, if you provide 40, okay, got it.
Yes.
So the directory block is record format into 10 times, 40 into 10, 400,
For
right? So here 80 into 10, 800, okay. If you are giving record length is 80, block size is 80 into 10, 800. If you are giving 40, 40 into 10, 400. Okay, we'll see this varying concept in future. So if you want to access all the columns, you can give 80. If you want to access only 40 columns, you can give 40. Okay.
Okay.
So here, if you give 70 means 70 into 10, 700.
700.
So in coding sheet, you can access only 70 columns. Okay.
Yeah.
If you type like continuously, it will automatically jump into second line after reaching into the 70 column.
Okay.
So you can check this in practically. So the dataset name for PS is blank, PDS for
For
PDS
the
only, library,
library Lord lib.
So here I written as load module. So
Yes.
library extension is load module. So if you like if you see any file extension for photos, we can see JPG file, right? For
Yes. Yes.
here we can see PDF file.
Yes.
So it is the extension for the file. Okay, right? So similarly, you have to give the extension. So for PS, the extension is PS only. For PDS, extension is PDS, but library we have to give load module. Okay, sorry, load lib. Okay,
Yes. Right.
so here are some full forms. F means fixed length, FB fixed block. It is for PS, PDS. V variable length, VB variable block. It is for PS. U unblock or undefined for library. Okay.
Okay. Mani, we have to provide all this detail about details before starting the program, na, as we given day before yesterday in the class.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
While
all the things we
creating
have to
the
give like space unit, primary quantity, secondary quantity, directly block. All we have to give, na?
yes. Well, if you want to create the dataset, so these parameters
Yeah.
values you have to give.
By manually, we have to give the all the parameters.
Yes. So we are using our serial number is S7, SY, S1. Okay, for every PDS library. So as units tracks. So my primary quantity and secondary quantity like internal memory and external memory. So directory block for PS is 0, PDS and library is non-zero. Record format for fixed block PS library, so PS PDS undefined U. Okay. So
Okay.
I want to access all the coding sheet columns. That's why I'm giving 80, 80, 80, 80 into 210, 800. Okay. So PS,
Data set name will
uh,
be.
dataset name is blank for PDS library. Okay, you already seen here. Okay, PS blank PDS
Yes, yes.
library. Okay,
Right. Yes.
so any doubts in this session?
No, till now. No.